everyone, my name is Katya, and today I'm going to show you how to crochet this 3D snowflake ornament. It's a very easy pattern. I'll show you step by step how to crochet the snowflake and how to attach it together. So let's get to it and create something great. For this project I use Crafter Square number 4 medium weight yarn. You're only going to need a little bit of yarn. You're also going to need your 4mm crochet hook, 1 purl, some sort of glue. I'm going to be using hot glue, and scissors. My snowflake measures about 4 inches. We're going to start with the slip knot. Let's chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go back into our first chain and join by slip stitching like this. We're going to be working into the ring. I'm going to be working my tail in so I can tighten my center. For round 1, we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This chain 5 stands for 1 double crochet with the chain 2. Into the circle, we're going to work 1 double crochet. Chain 2, work 1 double crochet, back into the circle. Chain 2, work 1 double crochet into the circle. Chain 2, work 1 double crochet into the circle. Chain 2, work 1 double crochet into the center. Chain 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now you can pull on your tail and it'll tighten the center a little bit. Now to finish this round, all we need to do is find our third chain. So here's 1, 2, 3, and into the third chain, what I'm going to do is slip stitch right over here. So using both of my loops, I'm going to slip stitch to end my round 1. And now we should have 6 chain 2 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So round 1 is finished. For round 2, we're going to slip stitch to get into our chain 2 space. Chain 3. This chain 3 stands for our first double crochet. We're going to work 4 more double crochet back into the chain 2 space. So this is 2, 3, and 4. So together with my chain 3, I have 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Jump over to the next chain 2 space and work 5 double crochets into that chain 2 space. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and repeat. We're going to work 5 double crochets into our next chain 2 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let's chain 3, and we're going to repeat. So continue working your chain 3 with 5 double crochets, and I'll meet you at the end of this round to show you how to end it. And round 2, I have my chain 3 worked, and I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch on top of my third chain right over here, like so. For round 3, we're going to slip stitch on top of our double crochets. So here's my 1 slip stitch, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to slip stitch 1 more time to get to my chain 3 space. Into our chain 3 space, we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, slip stitch back into the chain 3 space. Now chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back into the chain 3 space, I'm going to slip stitch again. I'm going to chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and slip stitch back into the chain 3 space. And you can move this a little bit so you can have some space. And again, I'm going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and slip stitch back into the chain 3 space. And one more, I'm going to chain 4, 2, 3, and 4, and slip stitch back into that chain 3 space. Like so. This is how it looks like. Now again, we're going to repeat, and we're going to slip stitch to get to our next chain 3 space. So that's my 1, 2, 3, 4, and into my chain 3 space, I'm going to slip stitch like that. And now I'm going to repeat. Same thing as I did to this chain 3 space right over here. I'm going to do the same thing into this chain 3 space. So I'm going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, slip stitch, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, slip stitch, chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, slip stitch, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and slip stitch, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and slip stitch one more time. Here we have our second set done. Let's repeat and work our slip stitches to get to our next chain 3 space. 2, 3, 4, and one more into our chain 3 space. And we're going to repeat. We're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, slip stitch, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, slip stitch, chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and slip stitch, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, slip stitch, and one more, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and slip stitch back into that chain 3 space, like so. Continue working, and I'll meet you at the end to show you how to finish our last round. So here I worked on all of my chain 3 spaces, and this is how my snowflake looks like. We're pretty much done. All we need to do is slip stitch right into our first slip stitch that we did on top of our first double crochet right over here. I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch, chain 1, and I'm going to go ahead and cut my yarn. So cut our yarn, pull out your hook, tighten it, and this is how it looks like. Next, I'm going to work on my tails. Working on the back side of our snowflake, I'm going to bring this tail and join it with this one right over here. So using my hook, I'm going to choose any of my stitches and insert my hook and pull on my tail and bring it down. Again, I'm going to use any of my stitches, insert my hook into that stitch, wrap my tail around my hook and bring it down like that. I'm trying my best to hide it using any of the stitches that I can. And then here I'm just going to use my stitches one more time and pull my tail together and pull my tail down. And now that I came close to this tail right over here, I'm going to pull on it to tighten my center. And now I'm just going to knot them together like so. Don't pull too hard, just knot. I'm going to do it one more time and cut your yarn. And your snowflake is finished. Now we need to crochet the second part of the snowflake, and I'll show you how to do that. It's very easy. To start, I'm going to slip knot, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Go into the first chain and slip stitch to join, like so. Once again, I'm going to be working my tail in. I'm going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and work 1 double crochet into my chain 5 space or my center. Again, chain 2 and work 1 double crochet. Again, chain 2 and work 1 double crochet. So continue working until you have 6 chain 2 spaces, and I'll meet you at the end to show you how to finish off. To end this round, chain 2, and on top of your third chain, right over here, we're going to slip stitch to end. Like so. Round 2 is our last round. Let's slip stitch into our chain 2 space. Chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slip stitch into that chain 2 space, like so. Chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slip stitch back into that chain 2 space. And chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and slip stitch back into that chain 2 space. This is how it looks like. Let's repeat. Slip stitch into the next chain 2 space, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, slip stitch, chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, slip stitch, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and slip stitch back into that chain 2 space. Repeat, slip stitch into the next chain 2 space, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, slip stitch, chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, slip stitch, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and slip stitch. This is how it looks like. So continue working into this chain 2 spaces right over here, and I'll meet you at the end to show you how to finish. To end this round, let's slip stitch into our first slip stitch that we did. Chain 1 and cut our yarn. Pull out your hook, tighten it, and let's work on this tail. Once again, I'm going to bring this tail to this tail and tighten them. So I'm going to use my hook, wrap my tail, and pull my hook out. Again, using any of the stitches, I'm going to insert my hook, wrap my tail, and pull. Again. Like so. Now that I'm closer to this tail, I'm going to go ahead and tighten it by pulling on it, and my center will tighten. Then I'm just going to knot them together, like so. And one more time. And I'm going to go ahead and cut my tails. Now next step is what you can do is block your snowflake, and the way I block him is I use some steam and hairspray and I'll stiffen it, and that's what I did to this one right over here. Now you can use any kind of other blocking method because it does look better once you block it. But I'm going to show you how to attach them all together. So what you're going to need is some sort of a glue and a pearl or anything you want to use in the center. And let's go ahead and do that. To attach them together, all I'm going to do is just add a little bit of glue in the center. This is my right side. So I'm just going to apply some glue right in the center of my snowflake, like that. And then this one is going to go right on top. And I like to press it down. and just hold it there for a little bit. And then last step is I'm just going to go ahead and glue my pearl like so. And then I'm just going to go ahead and to finish my snowflake, I just added a 12-inch piece of yarn into my chain 8 space right over here, and I made a knot so I can hang it as an ornament. And your snowflake is ready. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.